Add tracks on the beat.
Up in New York City, I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I am your host, Abby Harris. I do this each and every day at 10 a.m. This is something that you don't want to miss because I talk about all types of stuff that's happening within our space. And today, I got a special guest that I will be interviewing, which is going to be a good thing. Shout out to my boy Josh Land. That will be for next week. But for this week, this Monday we got Val Clayman. He is the Angel Syndicate investor, and he will be our guest this Monday. So make sure you tune in. He will be talking about plenty of stuff within the blockchain space. One of the things that he will be talking about is investing, because he runs an Angel Syndicate. It's all about investing. It's all about what's going on, what's happening in this space. So if you get a chance to tune in next week, not next week, Monday. Monday is coming up. Today is Thursday, February 8th. And of course, I always have to start out with a shameless plug. Beyond the Blockchain podcast. If you haven't got a chance to tune in, make sure you tune in. Check out some of the greatest interviews and guests that I've had in the past shows. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that we talk about. Crypto Pup. Say hi, guys. Say hi to Crypto Pup, because he wants to chill today. But moving on, like I was saying earlier today, Avalon Syndicate, Angel Investors. We have Val coming on there. So if you're an investor, or if you want to have any insightful information with our guests, make sure you tune in. But we can check out his video. Why not?
Our Angel Syndicate has over 200 seed stage investors and growing daily. Investing in early stage venture during recessions allow us to help great businesses grow. And if you are accredited, we want you to join us. Our syndicate is comprised of accredited angel investors committed to helping startups succeed. We lead deals diversified by sector and geography in SaaS, FinTech, and Web3. If you're accredited, apply to our syndicate and join us. Our Angel Syndicate has
that show is going to be a show all based around investing. So make sure you tune in. I always start off with the prices. Yes, look at that, guys. We have 45,000. We will be at 50,000 in no time. I hope you've been dollar cost averaging in. If you haven't got a chance to figure out how to jump into pool, make sure you reach out to me. You hit me on the Instagram. You follow up with me. You send me an email, because I will be helping those who need help to figure out how to get into this space. So as we move on, and I'll show you the prices, and it looks like everything is in the green today. Everything is in the green. We always got to go by, look, we was talking about that yesterday. We always got to go by H-bar. Some of the stuff that I've been talking about, like this one and that one. You see they're in the green. And there's also another one that I look at quite frequent, that I have jumped into. Look at this one. Remember, it was at $6 the other day, right? Well, let me see and make sure. Oh, my little screen is off a little bit. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to blow it up that big, but I need to blow it up at least so we can at least scroll through and we all be on the same page here, right? That's what's important, being on the same page here, so we can all see the prices. Okay, there you go. All right. So yeah, like I said the other day, it was in the $6 range. But these are some of the coins and tokens that I've been looking at. See, there's a lot of information that is going through, and I just want to make sure that everyone is receiving the information. And if you haven't received the information, make sure you reach out to me, because like I said, we are here to help those who want to help themselves. I always go into my Twitter, guys, and here it is. Bitcoin Weekly looks strong, right? If we get close or above 44K, then 48 will be it. And you're already seeing what the number is today. The number is bouncing, staying at, where we at? What's the number? 45. So 48, 69 days to the halving, Bitcoin will break 69K. So if you dollar cost averaging, you will make a profit on whatever you invest in within the space. And one thing I know, like when the tides rise, a lot of the other coins rise. So in saying that, if you have not been chasing some of the things that I've been talking about, go back to some of the previous shows, or matter of fact, reach out and join in our group. I have a Telegram group called Web Network that you can be a part of. And there's a lot of information in there. Once again, as we move on today, it is Beyond the Blockchain. It is Thursday. We got through yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a bugged out day because it was hump day and it was like an iffy day. You don't know like the temperament, but Apple releases an AI model, an AI that can edit based on text command. This is just like any other company. Like everybody's releasing their AI models. I don't know how is this going to fall with the Apple Vision Pro, but they are being pro. Everyone is being pro in the AI space, which is where I have my biggest issue, because you don't know what's real and what's not when you're dealing and you're looking into these spaces. And that's where a lot of this whole stupid stuff coming in and the scamming. But one thing that I want everybody to look out for tomorrow on Sunday, where you set up to watch your Super Bowl show. Please tell me, because I'm looking forward to the Usher halftime show. I know he's going to bring out a lot of people from Atlanta, because he's Atlanta based and he has a lot of... He actually got hits with every big, huge superstar artist. So I'm very curious to... Thank you for licking me, Crypto Pup, but I don't like that. I'm very curious to see what is going to happen on this day. Where are you streaming your Super Bowl at? What are you doing for the week? But I am looking forward to this. If you haven't got a chance, well, you haven't. If you haven't got a chance to see Usher in Vegas, man, was that an amazing show. So I can imagine what he's going to bring to the Super Bowl. So I'm looking forward to that. Who are you voting for? Who is your team for the Super Bowl? I want to know. Scams is more relevant now than ever. This is something, like I said, these things is happening more relevant now than ever. I don't know why my screen, I can't get my screen to center. Okay, here we go. CashCon, I feel stupid after I fell for an obvious phishing scam. They took $3K all because they got me to click. Listen, guys, I try to stress this each and every day. You just don't sign up and sign on to things. Make sure that your accounts is separate from each other. So let's hear, how I like to do. Why not use the tools if you don't have them, right?
And opposed to the subreddit r scams. One user spilled the details of a recent scam that they fell for and lost money to. The post, titled "Scammed Out of 3K Today, I Feel So Stupid," explains how they posted a listing on an online marketplace for $100. A prospective buyer reached out offering the $100 and claiming that he had paid for a courier service to pick up the item, providing the link to a confirmation email. The email turned out to be a phishing scam which required me to log into my bank account, after which $3K was transferred out before I cottoned on to what was happening, they wrote.
First of all, Why do you have to log into your bank account? That's not making sense to me. There's certain things that just makes logical sense, and logging into your bank account on this doesn't make any sense. Once again, greed will get you every time. He was greedy for that $100 and he lost 3,000. This is the things that I'm talking about. Make sure you're aware. Don't just click on anything. Don't just be signing into your bank account, because these people are very, very, very savvy when it comes to a lot of this stuff. It's so funny because lately I've been talking nothing about scams. I'm just start unveiling scams on my show.
The user quickly called their bank to freeze their card and also filed a police report. Despite taking these reparative actions, I just feel so broken, wrote the Redditor. It was an incredibly obvious scam that I wouldn't have fallen for under normal circumstances, but I was just stressed out and caught up with schoolwork that I made a painful judgment error that is now biting me in the ass. Any advice on how to recover from this? They asked.
The only advice that I can give you is don't click on nothing else. And you better hope that the bank is going to allow you to get your card, or they're going to insure your money. But this thing, I'm telling you, I see a lot of stuff that be happening within this space. It's not good.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it.
Man, I don't mean to do that, guys. Because, I don't want to really get into some of these commercials and stuff and advertisement. Because what happened is they will eventually flag my page for the shenanigans. But we're going to keep them moving because, but people getting scammed every day, all day. For you not to fall victim, make sure you just don't click on those apps. Don't log into your bank account. Don't do none of this stuff. Because airdrops is coming. And when airdrops is coming, yo, Crypto Pup, chill out, bro. Give me a second, guys. Crypto Pup is over here bugging out, and he'll be all right. So, in the last couple of days, there's been a lot of conversation about airdrops. I've been posting them up on my channel where you can go and do your own research on how you can get involved in some of these airdrops, because they are airdropping coins and tokens that you can transfer into the dollars and the dollar bill. Excuse me, guys. So, but as you're going into these airdrops and trying to figure out some of this stuff, what eventually happens? Or eventually you end up getting scammed, or you end up going into the wrong thing. So I try to tell people all the time, make sure that the websites are correct. You're going to the right sources. You're not just mysteriously going to some anonymous place to where they're able to scam you. I'm going to give you a perfect example of this scam thing going on, because I fight against this stuff all the time. So first thing I want to introduce you guys to, I want y'all to see, this logo right here, right? Did it open up? Oh, okay. Y'all see that, right? Can you see that? That's OVR. So OVR sells land, right? They sell virtual land. So in my Telegram group, they have a Telegram, but I'm not even sure now at this point is if it's even affiliated with OVR, right? And so in the Telegram group, it goes, in the Telegram group, they have the OVR logo. I don't think you can see that, but they have the OVR logo, right? So when you click in the OVR logo, it says, I don't know, you can't see that. You can't zoom in. You can't zoom into that. It says, it says official giveaway of ton token, right? So what you do is you click the link, right? You click the link, it takes you to a page. Now, for me, everything looks right here, right? But now this is what doesn't look right. It has a button to connect your wallet, but nothing else that you click on this thing clicks. Nothing else. It's a scam, because what happens is you connect your wallet to it, right? And it will cipher the money from your wallet. So you gotta be You got to pay attention to some of these things. And I'm not saying that this is directly to a wormhole, but this is how some of these scams are, and this is how they eventually get you. Here's another one. Path airdrops 140 million into crypto users' wallet round 2. Airdrops is where it's at in 2024. I know I've been speaking about this for the last couple of days. Today is February 8th. I've been talking about it. Yesterday's show, I pulled up a list on how you can actually get into the airdrops. And it's important that you look at these things. Like, here's wormhole, right? Airdrop, visit the site, total 1,100,000. That says 1 billion. 1,100,000,000 W's. Wormhole tokens. They give you a step-by-step guide on how you can get involved into into their airdrops. And they have all the contacts, the white papers, right? But once again, this is airdrops.io. It gives you a list of airdrops that are happening, right? Like I said, I put this one up yesterday. We know we seen Jupe in the beginning of the year that then dropped all of this money. There's a lot of stuff. These are confirmed. So all you got to really do is just do your due diligence on research on what airdrops, on what companies. But once again, it's not just a top layer of buying and selling. It's more of getting involved into these companies, doing certain rules and things hoops and guys that they want you to jump over to get into these airdrops. So it is simple. You just got to follow instructions. But once again, all of this information is here for you. You just have to do all of your research. So as I move on into this topic that keeps popping up, and it is Tesla. Now for whatever reason they decided to leak how much they get paid hourly on Tesla, from $22 to $39 an hour. Now the funny thing is, if you get paid $22, and in California they're paying you $20 to push buttons to flip burgers, but this every day I turn the thing on, these tech companies are losing employees. They firing a bunch of people. Just like the other day, I think Warner Brothers, they're letting go 10% of their employee staff after they made profits. It's kind of crazy on what's happening in this space. So I am going to respectively just talk about this quickly. I know I don't see $16 an hour over there at Tesla, but let's
Tesla hiked pay for factory workers across the U.S. last month. Internal documents viewed by Business Insider reveal how much the factory workers now make. Under the new pay guidelines that were announced in December and implemented on January 8th, factory workers at Tesla make between $22 to $39 per hour, according to the internal documents. The company has split up the pay tiers into 3 regions based on the cost of living in each area, with Tesla's factories in Austin, Texas and Sparks, Nevada receiving the lowest pay and the company's sites in Fremont and Palo Alto, California receiving the highest pay. The broader minimum wages in some of the regions follow a similar trend, with workers in California receiving a state-mandated minimum wage of $16 per hour, while Nevada and Texas have minimum wages of $10.25 and $7.25 per hour, respectively.
Respectively.
Tesla divides its factory workers into 7 levels, while LEDs are divided into 2 levels. For example, Level 1 workers at the Fremont factory receive $25.25 per hour under the new compensation structure, and Level 7 workers are paid $35.50. Meanwhile, Level 1 workers in the lowest paying regions are eligible for $22 per hour.
For comparison, the average auto worker make about $28 an hour last year, according to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Under the UAW new contract, the highest paid auto worker makes more than $40 an hour by the end of the contract in 2027. You know, and then next thing you know, there's going to be a bunch of layoffs, and this does not look very, very good to most of these companies. And I'm just curious, why are there so many layoffs? I understand that there's a lot of stuff that's coming into play. Biden is signing some new law to where he wants to implement EV charging stations across the country. But then there's a lot of issues with the Teslas pulling back, you know, some of their features, and some of their features is causing crashes. Recently, the other day, I showed you a crash where this gentleman was drunk, right? Alcohol level above the minimum, and he decided to drive home, but he didn't drive home. He decided to get Tesla to drive him home, put his address in, put it on auto cruise, and just drove. And what ended up happening about 10 or 15 minutes into his trip, which I know he probably did this multiple times, and he's probably not the only one who drives drunk using the Tesla self-driving or auto co-piloted app, and he hit 5 police cars and parked cars, and you know, it was life-threatening. And I think this is like really, really crazy on how all of this stuff is unfolding. Here's the other thing. Once again, I just talked about this, self-driving cars. Waymo driverless cars crashing into human cyclists in San Francisco. We cannot trust these AIs. We basing this stuff off of computers and analytics and just certain things that are common sense amongst a driver, or certain obstacles that he will see, or certain ways that he will respond because he has human feelings that computers will not respond or even understand. It probably didn't even see the cyclists. And this isn't the first time that I've heard about this car, about the Waymo driverless car, not only Crypto Pup, not only crashing, but they all going into the same place. What you want, Crypto Pup? It was a glitch in them to where they all went into the same place. Oh, I have an opportunity to watch. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're moving a little slow here. Is that my computer? Let me see. Reload the page. Oh, guess not. Guess not. But please tell me, what would you do? Leave a comment. Would you get in a self-driving car? Do you feel confident or comfortable with self-driving cars? Are you confident? That's what I would like to know. Are you confident with self-driving cars? Maybe I found it. We're going to see. But, you know, the first thing I got to do is just cut all of the audio because it might be a song or something in there and I get flagged. Let's see.
This certainly wasn't a routine traffic stop. Police in San Francisco pulled over a car for not having its lights on, but it turns out there was no one inside. It was a driverless self-driving cruise taxi. Once the officer confirmed there wasn't an actual driver involved, the taxi is seen making a run for it, but eventually pulled over a ways up the road. Cruise responded on Twitter by saying, RAV yielded to the police vehicle, then pulled over to the nearest safe location for the traffic stop as intended. An officer contacted Cruise personnel and no citation was issued. Cruise Taxi, a subsidiary of General Motors, was
Well, first of all, that's shenanigans, because they should have issued them some type of ticket. Because if me, as a regular driver, and I'm driving with no lights on, yeah, they're going to give me a ticket for no lights on, even though it's that 24-hour ticket, get it fixed and come back to the precinct and show you got it done. But why didn't they do that for this machine? Why? Because it's a robot? So y'all trying to say that y'all already saying that the rules that apply for AI, robots, and autonomous vehicles don't apply for regular people? That's what y'all basically trying to say? Shut up, Crypto Pup. You over there talking. You shut up.
Was approved to test launch its driverless taxis late last year. While this isn't the first time a self-driving vehicle has been pulled over for, shall we say, abnormal behavior, this does seem to be the first time that one's been pulled over without any driver or passenger inside. So I guess does this mean that we could just start blaming our car for things? Like, officer, it wasn't me that ran the red light, it was my car. To read more about this story, check out gizmodo.com.
So, there are crazy things that happen. Like I said, I'm personally not a fan of self-driving cars. I'm not a fan of none of this AI stuff. It does help. It does help, right? But it's starting to go too far, right? It's going too far. What I mean by going too far? First of all, he pulled over and then took off. If I would have pulled over and took off, oh yeah, I'll be on the sidewalk, get my head split, everything. But as we move on, hold on, I got one more thing, guys. I want you guys to check out. I do this a lot. I like to look at the news and see what's going on. There's a lot of stuff that I've been talking about. I don't know if you guys are up to date on the Trump case, but one of the courts said that they're not going to give Trump free will. If he wins the presidency, he still got to deal with whatever he deals with. Who are you voting for? Please leave it in the comments. Is there anything specific that you would like me to talk about within this space? Just holler at me. I do this each and every day at 10 a.m. on Mondays. I have special guests. This week's guest, I will be having my boy, founder of Avalon, Val Clayman. He will be our guest on Beyond the Blockchain this Monday. We will be talking about the state of crypto, revolutionizing business, Angel Syndicate list, and his Avalon market. There's a lot of amazing things that's happening. Make sure you keep us locked in and tune in. This is Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I am your host, Abby Harris. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to get down with what we doing. As I'll see y'all tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. Peace.
Add tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.